That looks really good. Look at that. Look at that marbling. Is that amazing or what? Hi, Bill the Flavor Guy here. We're back from making our variegate, and so now it's time to make some frozen yogurt and variegate our raspberry variegate into it. And we're using our new Cuisinart frozen ice cream machine, but it makes frozen yogurt too. I know that because we've tried it. And you could own one of these as well. Don't forget to enter our giveaway so you can be the lucky one to get one of these machines. It's actually, the more I use it, the more I like it. We've kind of played around with this. We're using a raspberry syrup because when we used our simple syrup, just experimenting, I didn't like the flavor. That wasn't a bad flavor, it just wasn't strong enough for me. I wanted a little more punch. We're gonna add a raspberry syrup instead of the simple syrup. That's gonna give us a little bit more punch. But we also noticed there was a little bit more iciness in the frozen yogurt than there is when we make ice cream. So we're gonna kind of try to overcome that with a little bit of xanthium gum. I like xanthium gum, it's a simple gum. We're gonna put it into the syrup first, so it's gonna hydrate really slow, so it doesn't clump up and do anything weird. All right, so first 4 ounces or 5 ounces of this. And then we're gonna do about ½ a gram of xanthium, which is actually about a 1/4 teaspoon. And we're gonna pour that into our syrup. So we're blending that raspberry syrup and our xanthium gum in a blender right now. A good idea too, while you're kind of mixing things up to kind of get the jump on stuff, is to start your machine up, just let it run and chill, get the barrel cooling off. So that'll kind of speed things up. Okay, so we got our raspberry syrup back and our xanthium gum is blended. We just poured it into a blender, turned it on low speed, kind of, get that xanthium gum broken up in there. Not a bad idea. If you have a little hand whisk, you could do it that way too. All right, now we're gonna add our 20 ounces of whole yogurt. So the thing that's really neat about yogurt is it has a naturally high acid value. So any fruit flavor yogurt is always gonna taste great versus ice cream where you have to add some amount of acid or the flavor is just not gonna pop. That only applies in fruit. Now, I'm only adding half and half to build up a little bit of milk solids and fat. You don't have to do that. You could add water to this to thin it out a little bit, but that's how I'm doing it. And this is gonna be about 35 ounces of ice cream, and once it whips up some air, it's gonna be even more than that. With this type of machine, the good news is it doesn't churn in a lot of air, so that's kind of cool. I have some tabletop ice cream machines, they'll do like 100% of overrun. That means it pumps in a lot of air and fluffs the ice cream up. Now, because it's not doing that, that's partly why we have to use the stabilizer as well. So I'm hoping that adding a little xanthium gum to it gives us that, more creamier texture. We'll find out. I'm sure it's still gonna taste good. So this is already a raspberry yogurt base that's gonna be frozen, and then we're gonna variegate the raspberry puree in there too. All right, so everything's in there except the variegate. We're gonna let it mix for, it says 60 minutes. I think it's probably gonna be pretty close to that. So we're not gonna add the variegate until this is frozen down and it's, we can see it's churning. It looks like a soft serve, almost to the point where it's not folding anymore. Then we'll wanna add that raspberry variegate, and we're only gonna, put it just at the very beginning, a couple of rotations, and then stop it, because we don't wanna fully mix it in. We just want it to kind of striated through, right? Variegated.
1 hour later.
All right, so we're back and we're gonna add our variegate. This has been about almost 60 minutes and it looks great. It's nice and creamy. Adding that little bit of xanthium gum really made a big difference. We're hard packing this, so we're gonna actually put it in some containers, freeze it overnight, and we wanna test it again tomorrow. So let's add our variegate. We're stopping the machine for a second. We're just gonna add it right here at the top. In fact, I'll go ahead and open that up now, turn this off. So I wanna get this little hole right here, and I'm just gonna drop the variegate in there, and hopefully just a couple of revolutions, we get enough variegate swirled through this that when we scoop this out tomorrow to taste, we can slide our spoon through some of the variegate at the same time we're cross-sectioning the frozen yogurt itself. You don't have to use as much as I did. I'm a sugar freak, so yeah, I'd use this whole jar if no one was watching. Probably want to close that. I'm gonna say that's good. That looks really good. Now we're gonna put that inside our containers and rush it to the flash freezer so we can try it tomorrow. Check this guy's out. This is amazing looking. Look at that. Look at that marbling. Is that amazing or what? All right, I'm off to the flash freezer. It's Bill the Flavor Guy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to enter the contest. Can't win this beautiful machine if you don't enter the contest. All right, stay tuned for more fun stuff.
A few moments later.
Okay, I cannot not try it, as Jose would say. And so let's give this a taste. It looks amazing, the stuff I just put in the freezer. Wow. That is really good. I think you're gonna be really pleased with the results.